落ちた競合飛べないカラス
What's up YouTube, it's Blackwing here, and today I finally want to show you my top 8 regional Blackwing deck profile. So I took these two regionals, we were around 50-ish people attending there, so not that many, but hey, I still got top 8 with this. I played against decks like Kashtira, Dragonlink, Punk, Naturally Ironic and stuff like that. I think I lost like almost every die roll except for one, so that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, what I lost against, I would not say I lost against any specific deck. I more or less lost against specific cards or, you know, bad hands. So yeah, let's jump into the deck profile and I will talk about the things while we go through. So basically what I lost against was pretty much a dimensional barrier, and also lost against with bad hands that I just couldn't play more than around like one Ash, and that was it. And then for one card I added to the main deck that I will most likely also be having in the main deck, but yeah, let's see. So let's start. I have 3 Simoons. I played 3 Simoons. I think it's really mandatory, you know, the starter of the deck, you really need him. 3 Shamals, almost like Simoon, you know, gets into your other black feather card. Then we run 3 Sudris, and almost like Simoon also, like you summon Simoon, activate your Whirlwind, and then after that you search for him and you search for more Blackwing cards, really nice. Then we run 3 Vadas, and Vada is just here to get out the black Winch Dragon, really nice card. Level 2 tuner also, really nice. And then for the new addition to the deck, this spot has been like, I haven't really figured out the best card yet here in this card spot. I have tried like evenly matched, you know, super going second, triple attack challenge, which is kind of okay when going first and when going second, and now I decided to play Gust. And why Gust, you might ask? Well, obviously in this format I've noticed that a lot of people are playing like Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse, you know, a lot of stuff when they are going first. So basically, you know, let's say you summon a Sudri and you activate effect and they just chain Book of Moon and just set it face down. Well, that's not so good, you know, your turn pretty much almost ends like that. But if you get that one, you know, floater, one monster on the board already as a special summon, then if they, you know, you summon Sudri, they Book of Moon it, and you can just still play Sudri's effect to set your Vada to your hand, and after that you can just keep on playing. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to add Gust to the deck. And also there are some situational fields or boards when you're going second, and actually you would rather search Gust into your hand with, for example, Small World, because like Small World is -1, and then if you add Simoon and your opponent has an Omni negate and they negate the Simoon, you know, you're really screwed. But there are some situations where I've actually added Gust to my hand instead of a Simoon, and I think that already tells a lot of the card, that it's really kind of nice when trying to break boards. So yeah, 2 Gusts, and also with Gust, you know, it's a level 2, it's kind of okay, you can also dump it to graveyard with Vada if you really want to or need to, and it also kind of opens up, you know, Djinn Buster place because more level 2 darks. But yeah, so 2 Gusts. And actually the top 8 game I lost because I wasn't completely sure how I should play with Gust, because I drew such an like interesting hand that I have to start look more into. But yeah, I lost my top 8 because I lost the die roll, he opened up really great, and you know, I couldn't do anything game 1 pretty much, and game 2 I just opened up really bad, and then I had a really awkward hand with Gust and other Blackwings, and I don't think I played that properly. So yeah. Then 1 Sephiroth, which is, you know, I think pretty mandatory. 1 Gale as well, I think also pretty mandatory, enough said. Steam gets you the tokens and Kalyuga combo and, you know, stuff like that, really nice. 1 Harmadan still, you usually want to send him to the graveyard with Vada and just get him back to your hand with Shamal, and then you can special summon him even though you have now more level 2s in the deck. But yeah, 1 Harmadan still. And the same thing with Chinook. I almost think Chinook is better this format than last format, because now there's just so much like random stuff you maybe want to negate when you're going second. So yeah, 1 Chinook. Then we play 1 Raider Swing, and obviously for the Kalyuga combo. And then 1 Destrudo, because this is the Small World bridge you are playing. So yeah. Then we play 3 Ash Blossoms. I think this is super mandatory in this format, just really good, you know, Branded Despia, you really need this against that deck, and I think it's just, in general, a really solid card this format, so yeah, 3 Ash Blossoms. And then, for, I think this is almost like mandatory in my decks already. I think I've been playing Gamma for the last 2 years, so 3 Gammas and 1 driver. This card is just insane, and this format I think almost like everybody's on him, because everybody has just realized how good Gamma actually is. So 3 Gammas, and I will actually tell you a little secret combo, how this card just completely wrecks Kashtira soon, so stay up for that. Then we have 3 Black Whirlwind. This is, I think, the basic card, you know, just Black Whirlwind, get your searches and go from there. Really nice. Next up we have 3 Small Wolves, and you know, you get into your Simoon with this card. And now for the little secret combo against Kashtira. So basically, if you didn't know about Kashtira too much, usually they try to make the board that, you know, completely zone locks your opponent, but now they are too afraid to do that, because obviously people are playing Nibiru and they don't have too many ways to play around that. So now they end up on 1 Arise Heart, and if they do that, you know, you can just banish any Blackwing from your hand, Destruder from your deck, and then you add Gamma to your hand. And because cards got banished, Arise Heart will activate, and then you can just chain the Gamma that you added to your hand. And this is really good, because this basically, you know, usually you win just by this, because if your opponent has some kind of set, spell or trap cards, there are usually cards that protect the Arise Heart from cards such as a Book of Eclipse or Book of Moon, so for example Lance. So that's really powerful. Yeah, and that basically also, you know, signals to your opponent that, hey, you have to play into Nibiru, you cannot go for this kind of combo, and that can or might be really bad for the Kashtira player as well. Obviously if you are siding Nibiru in as well. But yeah, so 3 Small Wolves. Then we play 3 Pot of Prosperity. I think really basic stuff, you know, just helps with the consistency overall. 2 Black Feather Whirlwinds helps with the combos. You usually want to try to get to both of these, but yeah. And then 1 Phantom Knights rank up magic launch to get into Kali Yuga. Let's go into the extra decks then. So we have 1 Boreas Storm, and Boreas Storm is just there to dump Steam to the graveyard. Then we have 1 Nothing that basically, you know, lets you burn a little bit if you're going into time, or then you can just use him to normal summon a second time. Really good. Then we have Raikiri. You can pop cards with him when going second, always nice to remember. Yep. Then we have Hawk. Remember, he's a warrior, so if you're under some, you know, floodgate, you can still try to summon him because he's not a Winch Beast. Then we have Black Winch Dragon, which is obviously needed. 1 Omega, and I was actually thinking about this or Dragon Berserker, but I think this card just performed in the tournament, for example, it just performed better. I didn't have a single time where I would have gone for Dragon Berserker, but I had 1 time that actually made Omega. I got hand trapped in my like first turn, and then I just made Omega and took 1 card from their hand, exactly as, you know, I kind of think it should be played. So basically you get hand trapped, and then you just activate Gamma, search the driver, you make Omega, take 1 card from their hand, and just proceed. So yeah. Next up we have Warlord Savage Dragon, and Savage Dragon is just really nice in general. Full Armor Master, I think Full Armor Master is just also really nice. Yeah, not that many Flu Wanderers, free wins that you will get this format, but really nice still nonetheless. Then I played 2 Black Winged Assault Dragons, and you might ask, you know, why 2? He's not that great anymore in this format, because obviously this card was just insane against the elements, but right now it's not that great. But the thing is that if you have 2 of these cards, and then you have 1 Black Feather Whirlwind, you know, and these both have 4 counters, so you can activate the first one's effect to blow the whole field, and then you can activate your Black Feather Whirlwind to protect your other monsters by removing 1 feather from the Black Winged Assault Dragon. So I almost think like you play, you know, I would not play 1. I think it's like a 2 of, in my opinion at least. And also if your Kali Yuga combo gets interrupted really bad, you can usually still end up on 2 pretty easily. So yeah, that's why I play 2. Then Arsenal Falco, I think pretty basic if you're trying to go for Kali Yuga. Then King Kali Yuga. Then we play 1 Wise Tricks, pretty mandatory, basic, 1 Rusty, and 1 Darkness Metal, Dragon of Dark Steel. This is really good, even though Shifter is not played that much, but there are some really kind of interesting situations where you might want to go into it. Alright, and then for the side deck, so the first card, 3 Nibiru's, and I think I just kind of gave you the reason why I play this. So basically when we're showing the kind of Small World Gamma combo into our Kashtira players and they're scooping, they usually want to go to the combo that zone locks our whole field, and usually that combo just straight up loses to Nibiru, so you really want to draw this into your hand, and that's actually pretty much what I did to one of the Kashtira players at the regional. So I just kind of showed the Gamma thing, played the Gamma thing on the game 1, and after that game 2 he just like tried to zone lock me, and then end of main phase 1 I just dropped Nibiru and made an OTK, so yeah, good times. Then we play 3 Lanceas, and Lancea is against a lot of good decks. Like, it can be good against a lot of decks, but usually against Kashtira it's almost like a turn skipper. It's not like insanely good, but it's really good. And also one thing with Lancea that is something to keep in, you know, to remember is that if you side in these 6 cards, you can actually search the Gamma by drawing Lancea or Nibiru, because then you can, you know, you can just activate Small World, show Nibiru, banish Lancea, and add Gamma, and like it, you know, they work really nice with Small World. Then we have 3 Book of Eclipse, also I think pretty mandatory in this format. Wasn't maybe that good that I would first have like anticipated, but still a really nice, you know, card nonetheless. Yep. Then 2 Lightning Storms. I think this is just really good against any kind of back row deck or any deck that would like to set cards. Yep. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for those back row decks. And for the last card in the side deck I play triple Evenly Matched, and this was just really good whenever I went second. Yeah, not too much to say about this card, just amazing when you're going second, and you know, if your opponent doesn't have a Solemn Judgment and they have overcommitted a little bit to the board, you pretty much should be able to win those games. So yeah, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that Blackwing deck profile. I hope it all makes sense to you as well. If you want to see how this deck evolves now, because there will be nationals soon, that national format starts I think in like 1 month, please consider becoming a member, because the members will see how this deck evolves during the national format time, and after that I will also attend the European Championships, as I already have like double invites to that as well. So yeah, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the deck, I hope you learned something new. If you have something you want to comment or ask, please comment them down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.
それでも一人じゃなくなったあいつは強いよ。